Take them out there? Start the questions that I think it's already. But it's happened now.
Sorry, we turned off the cameras. Maybe we'll
Just the evenings. We had the storms, and all it was very pleasant. And I'm with your party. Had my bar. Trying to just to my friends. So it worked all right. And it's a good omen, as far as we're concerned, always to have rain. Yes, that's it.
Mr. President, we hear you would have saved $28,000 if you'd have filed your taxes under this new proposal. Is that right?
I hadn't figured that out. I'm not going to take, we're going to take some questions on the subject of our meetings later, but
Well, what do you think about that?
I don't know who worked that out, but I think that just points out for everyone how advantageous the new tax system is.
Even for the middle class, they don't save that much.
Well, they also don't pay as much.
Very great interest and it's a great step.
Your Majesty, how many years have you been sitting in this chair?
Yes?
20, 23, 23 times?
First time in 1957.
How do you view prospects for your visit, sir?
I believe forever right. That was speak to you.
Mr. President, will you recognize PLO they accepted 242?
We're going to take questions on this subject at the departure statements after lunch.
Tax program of the president basically known to be a good thing for this country for a long time. And this is the first president who's had the courage to put it forward. And if we can get it enacted, this will be a great thing for the country. I speak as a former Secretary of the Treasury.
Yes. That's a good step.
And sir, thank you.
Well, that's brief. Somebody made this and sent it to me as a present. And they said this was a decision maker, as you can see it and everything, but then you can turn it to no, and then you can turn it to maybe, and then, if you really made a forceful decision, I decided that this was probably the proper room for it.
Why don't we turn it to yes as far as
Well, I've had the opportunity, but I will repeat it to tell His Majesty how very much we admire and respect his courage and what he's been doing and the progress that he has made. And we want to be most helpful in continuing this peace process. Do you have an agenda here, some things that you would like to bring up?
I'd like to thank you very much indeed for the opportunity and privilege of meeting with you again, of being with our friends, discussing an atmosphere of candor and sincerity, all the problems that we see. I had a chance yesterday, sir, to spend some time with the Secretary of State as a result of this kind invitation. Prime Minister, we discussed many aspects of the phase in which we are in this critical juncture in terms of the future of our area. And it was a chance for me, sir, to present our case, which I hope I may have a chance to do again, sir, without taking too much of your time. But I would like to say, sir, that the roots of what we are right now, as far as I'm concerned, my country, our government, began almost 30 years ago, sir. In terms of
Mike, you know how to get up there, right?
Close coverage.
See that line in the Washington line across there, about a third of the color of some changes? When they got to that line, they ran out of stone and money. And all over our country, school children contributed to school, and they raised the money to buy the rest of the stone, but it came out a different color.
I didn't realize that.
Find out how it is that we go to the White House quickly. Now, the reason was, after the British were here and tried to put on here, ground and everything, in order to get rid of it.
I can't really imagine when we were here before, the history of this room, and you remember President Truman.
Yes, the British did, but most of us
had a visitor here some time ago, Prince Charles, and I had a little dinner here in this room for him, and it was a little embarrassing because all of this around the world are scenes from the American Revolution when we defeated their armies. I think that is at Yorktown supposed to be for the surrender. So didn't know any way to keep him from looking at it.
Any comment on it?
He was pretty jovial about it. He was sort of